Hello everybody, and welcome to the Bourne Network's ultimate underwater elimination extravaganza. We will have all 26 teams that have ever taken part in the Bourne Network's Marble Championship in this underwater event. Now it is very simple. All the marbles will start, the last one to reach the bottom in every round, or all the marbles that DNF in each round will be eliminated. So we have 26 teams, well, 26 marbles, one per team, and there they all are. Pick your favorite. Here we go. Team Watermelon, Ice Chippers. I'm not kidding. I'm not going to name all that. You go through the video, pause, find your marble, and see how they do. You may notice all the returning teams, like Diving Dolphins, Gardeners, and especially the Hawkeyes, which is the new name for the Super Cat's Eyes, who was in Season 1 of the Bourne Network's Marble Championship. Anyway, I have missed the start here. We are go with round 1. Now you can imagine a lot of fighting happening here. Probably going to have a lot of flubs in this event. And we already have 2 marbles separating from the pack. Is that the Blackmarkers and the Ultraviolets? Now that is very interesting. Ultraviolets tend to be pretty good in the underwater, but if you stay out of that pack, if you will, that's where all the drafting happens, and you will not get much speed if you stay out of it. So as you see up top, we have a good battle going on. The Ultraviolets are stuck! The Ultraviolets are not going to make it to the bottom! And can you believe it? The Season 2 champions, who have been on a bit of a downfall as of late, are the first team eliminated. The Ultraviolets came and went pretty quickly with, I believe, Radiate at the wheel. That is unfortunate for them, and especially their manager. I apologize to them for that. Of course, it's not my fault. It's Radiate's fault. But anyway, here we go with round 2. Berry Blasters off to a not amazing start, but that draft is right there in front of them. Who's that? The Foresters they can still draft off of. Got some speed. The Starlights, Draconics, and the Flaming Cobras up front there, having a good battle for the lead. Meanwhile, up top, who's that up top? Is that the Team Horizon and the Red Riots, who are about to have a good battle? Of course, we know those two teams had a great battle in Season 5. And it is still the Berry Blasters and the Foresters back there. We might see one of these two teams be eliminated. There's a lot of stuff to be stuck on, or to get stuck on in this part. But it looks like the Foresters and the Berry Blasters have caught up to that battle. Who is it going to be? Oh, I think it's going to be... Yes, it is! The Hawkeyes! With Peregrine at the wheel. The Hawkeyes do not survive any more than 2 rounds. That is unfortunate. We have no logo to show for them, of course. But, I guess we didn't really need one. They didn't last long. Anyway, on to round 3. Good start. Bunch of... Oh, what is that? A slow start. Who has already gotten stuck? It's the Penguin Patriots. Unfortunate for Penguin Patriots fans. And I tell you what, all of these marbles are completely safe as long as they do not get stuck. Every single marble here, as long as they finish, will advance to the next round. So no need to battle or use up any strength or anything. You can tell, wow, there's a good battle going on up front. I guess some of these marbles do care about winning these rounds. But you can see the True Blue crew back there. Definitely taking it easy, not using much stamina. Though they are catching this small group here. Who's that? I have no idea who got first. Of course, we're not going to focus on who gets first every round, because first does not matter. And there we go. Who would be the last eliminated? Gardeners were the last to cross the line, but it does not matter. Penguin Patriots are out in 24th. So you have to wonder, what are these teams thinking would be considered a reasonable result? So we've already lost 3 teams. So at what point does it become, I suppose you could say, worthwhile? Maybe top 15, top 10? Some marbles say the Gardeners perhaps might even consider a top 20 pretty good, considering their performances in the Marble Championship. And you can see there are 3 marbles that have gotten off to a pretty poor start here. That is the Draconics, the Flaming Cobras, and Team Horizon. Of course, Team Horizon are riding off a huge high of winning the Bourne Network's Marble Championship Season 5. Meanwhile, the Draconics did very poorly. I'm pretty sure they got last in qualifying for Season 5. Hang on, we got someone stuck. Team Mariana. Team Mariana, a water-based team, goes out early. Oh, unfortunate for Team Mariana, and continues the usual curse of water-based teams not doing very well in water events. So Team Mariana will be eliminated. And we move on. Oh, hang on a minute. The Red Riots were out too. I totally missed it. The Red Riots got stuck as well, even further up the course than Team Mariana. Oh, unfortunate. Season 5 runner-ups already out. You gotta wonder if that's gonna play into the mind of some of these teams. Perhaps Team Horizon will be relishing the thought of beating the Red Riots once again. But that is unfortunate for the Red Riots. Meanwhile, look at the Starlights, and is that the Alpha Hunters fighting for the lead? Well, that is very good for them. I'll tell you who's not fighting for the lead is Team Clarity and Team Watermelon. They are very far back. They are too far back to get in the draft of any of these teams, so I think we will definitely be seeing one of these two be eliminated here. Question is, will it be Team Clarity or will it be Team Watermelon? Team Watermelon seems to be the one behind for the most part. Oh, actually, they are catching here. Windbreakers are kind of slow, but they will finish ahead. Who is it going to be? Team Watermelon will be out. Team Clarity finds salvation at the finish line. Team Watermelon just misses out of the top 20. And they will go no further. Here we are with the 6th round. We're getting quite well into this. So it seems like the marbles, if they get a good start, they generally seem to stay up the front. So having a bad start is not what you want. It really puts you in the clutches of elimination. And in this case, that looks like the Emerald Skies, the Blackmarkers, and the Midnight Stars. The Midnight Stars got a podium in the underwater event in the Bourne Network's Marble Championship Season 5. But it does look like their luck is running out a bit. They are falling well behind of, I believe that is the Foresters in front of them. We don't have anyone necessarily up. Well, actually, there is a... Oh, no, wait. I think that's the Foresters up there fighting for the lead with the Flaming Cobras and the Starlights. So who is that near the back? Well, it doesn't really matter, per se, because the Midnight Stars are just going to cruise across the line in last place. And unless we have any more DNFs that I did not spot, we should be, yes, Midnight Stars are out. Here we go. Round 7 now. Almost 10 minutes into this video, and who's going to get the good start here? It will be the Emerald Skies up there getting the best start. Nice diagonal formation the teams are making. Oh, and look at this. The Starlights having the worst start of everyone. But they are in the draft of, who's that, the Rosemaries and Team Clarity there. So they could be safe. But they're not making up much ground here. Oh, this is scary for the Starlights. The Starlights are not making ground on this pack. In fact, the Starlights are losing ground to Team Clarity now and the Rosemaries. Okay, here they go. Now they're starting to make up some ground, and the overtake just about. This is a good battle for last place here. I don't know who's gonna get it as the Alpha Hunters slam into that obstacle, and it won't be the Starlights going out. It will be the Gardeners. The Gardeners, I suppose, depending on how you view it, sort of actually lasted longer than some people might think. 19th place for the Gardeners. They still beat some really high-ranked teams, so something to show home about, even if it isn't in the top half. As we go into the next round, the Berry Blasters have a good start. They've been having a couple of good starts. You should think that probably the Berry Blasters and the Starlights should, or as far as results from previous underwater events goes, the Berry Blasters and the Starlights should probably be in the final. But of course we have other teams like the Twilights up there are pretty close to the back, but they are in the draft of that pack. This one is going to be between Team Clarity, True Blue Crew, and the Emerald Skies as we see a huge battle for the lead all the way up there. And True Blue Crew is now falling behind. Team Clarity and the Emerald Skies drafting off each other, trying to break the gap. Oh, but True Blue Crew gets close, but they hit the obstacle, and that slows them down. And True Blue Crew will finish 18th in the underwater elimination event. True Blue Crew has never been known for their underwater strengths, so I don't know. Maybe they see that as a good sign. They had some great battles in the previous rounds. Meanwhile, look at this. The Starlights off to a bad start again. The Starlights are very strong underwater, but if they get a bad start, they do struggle to make up that ground a bit. And that gap is growing. Who's that to? The Diving Dolphins there. Were second to last before the Windbreakers started to slow down. I think the Windbreakers actually have slowed down quite a lot. We need to look down at that battle for last. Yeah, the Windbreakers have fallen to last. Windbreakers started going very slowly all of a sudden. I don't know if that's something to be concerned about, but they were mired in the pack, and then all of a sudden just dropped to last. And it will be the Windbreakers being eliminated in 17th. And I'm hearing from one of the referees that the Windbreakers actually have sustained an injury. Yes, the Windbreakers have been injured by this course. Now, I must urge it to you that the floor of this pool is not flat. Despite the fact that the marbles roll on it, the bottom of this pool is not flat. It is very bumpy, and right there is what timing and scoring are saying is where the injury happened. You can see them slowed down quite a lot. That is unfortunate for the reserve member of the Windbreakers. And let's hope that that they can recover from that pretty quickly. Meanwhile, we are moving on, because the show must go on to the next round. What was that? Here we go. The Starlights are back to their good starting ways. Who isn't off to a good start is the Emerald Skies. There is a huge pack here, and the Emerald Skies are the only marble that has not managed to get in it. This is dangerous for the Emerald Skies. I'll tell you who it isn't dangerous for is the Blackmarkers are in the lead. I'm pretty sure this is their first time near the front in any of these races. Look at that. Ooh, the Emerald Skies are catching, is that Team Horizon? Team Horizon has been doing pretty well. Of course, they did do well in the underwater event in Season 5 of the Bourne Networks Marble Championship. And as we cross the line, who will get last? Ooh, is someone going to hit that? Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, never mind. No, it's not going to be close. Who is that being eliminated? It is the Wayfinders. I don't know if I completely forgot that the Wayfinders were in this, but they were, and they were doing pretty well up until now. They survived 10 whole rounds. And that's pretty good considering they're making a comeback after retiring. And another team that is making a great comeback after retiring is the Twilights. Twilights are doing pretty well. And in this case, a couple of teams that don't necessarily have a good track record in the Bourne Networks Marble Championship are doing well here. That being the Draconics and the Alpha Hunters, actually. The Alpha Hunters have been near the front in most of these races. Well, at the back in this one, it is the Berry Blasters, the Blackmarkers, and the Rosemaries. Rosemaries have had a poor start, and they look to be struggling to make that up. Get further down here. There is a big pack. They're not too spread out, except for the Berry Blasters up there. Berry Blasters making gains up the top. But at the back, who is it going to be? It looks like it's going to be the Rosemaries. But they actually get very close to the line. That was a photo finish between the Blackmarkers and the Rosemaries, I believe. Unless there was a marble near the bottom. No, it won't. It was a photo finish between them. And who is it going to be? It will be the Rosemaries being eliminated. Timing and scoring have concluded that the Blackmarkers were about a millisecond ahead. And the Rosemaries go out. As you can definitely tell at this point that we are starting to dwindle down the numbers of these marbles. Who's that near the front? The Diving Dolphins are still in this as well. The Diving Dolphins are here to break the curse of water-based teams doing poorly in water-based events. They are doing fantastically. This is great for the Diving Dolphins' hopes of maybe even making a return to the Bourne Networks Marbles Championship in the future if it does. But it does look like Team Horizon have run out of steam here. I cannot see them making up this gap, regardless of whether they enter the draft or not. But I think they're too far back to enter that draft. And yes, it looks like it will be Team Horizon. There is a battle going on up top that is slowing them down, but I don't think it will be enough. And yes, it will. Team Horizon simply cruise to the line, knowing they're going to be eliminated. But I think that is a great run for Team Horizon. Our Season 5 champions will place 14th out of 26. That is not too bad. And I believe that is right in the middle. I think that's right in the middle of 26, so not too bad. Meanwhile, in the next round, the Ice Chippers have had a poor start. That is a horrendous start from the Ice Chippers. And they're going to have to try really hard to catch this little group here of the Alpha Hunters, the Foresters, Flaming Cobras, and Team Clarity. But that is just growing. I think the Ice Chippers have run out of steam here. I don't think they have the speed to catch up anymore. Of course, this kind of event that we have going here, it's not just an event about pure talent in the water. It is an endurance event. See, these rounds happen pretty much immediately after one another. And so having that stamina to keep going, that endurance, is what will get you this win. And it seems here, yeah, look at that gap. Seems here the Ice Chippers' stamina has just run out, has come to an end. And they will be eliminated, but I think they should be very happy about a 13th place out of 26. I believe that is the bottom of the top half. So they could technically call themselves the worst of the best. I don't know if you'd rather be called the worst of the best or the best of the worst. I don't know. That'll be between the Ice Chippers and Team Horizon to discuss. But anyway, here we go. The top 12 now are running, and the Alpha Hunters have their first poor start of the event. The Starlights continuing to be up there in front. And I'll tell you what, the Berry Blasters have been struggling in a couple of these rounds, and they are now in last. There is a good battle going on between the Alpha Hunters and the Berry Blasters. They can't quite catch the Flaming Cobras and the Emerald Skies in front. This would take a really good effort for them to do that. Draconics look like they're safe, and everyone else in front of the Draconics are definitely safe. No, this definitely will be between the Berry Blasters and the Alpha Hunters. Our Season 3 champion versus our team that has never qualified for the championship. They are actually catching the Flaming Cobras here. Flaming Cobras a bit slow down near the bottom of this course. But are they going to catch them? No. It will be between the Alpha Hunters and the Berry Blasters. Who will it be? One of them will be getting 12th place here. And we're going to go to a photo finish. Let's see. And it was the Alpha Hunters. The Alpha Hunters, the team that has never qualified, have taken the Berry Blasters out of contention. The Alpha Hunters continue on. This is a great run for the team. And they will keep going. We are now into the top 11 here. One more marble will be eliminated before we get into the top 10. And it looks like here it might be Team Clarity. They are catching the Flaming Cobras, though. Flaming Cobras were slow in the last round, and they're slow in this one as well. Could the Flaming Cobras be reaching the end of their endurance, of their stamina? It looks like they can't quite keep that speed going. Team Clarity has been playing a very good game of not going too fast, but not going slow enough to be eliminated. But it might catch them up here. Then again, they have both overtaken the Diving Dolphins now. The Diving Dolphins find themselves in a bit of a predicament. Nope, never mind. The Diving Dolphins find some more pace there. And who will it be? At the end, who will be eliminated? It was very close, but I think it was the Flaming Cobras. The Flaming Cobras are the team that just miss out of the top 10, but an 11th place is not bad for our Season 4 champions. So how many champions do we have left? Berry Blasters are gone, Flaming Cobras are gone, Team Horizon is gone. I don't think we have any champions left. No, well, I could be, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we do have a couple of teams left here. The Starlights off to a very good start. The Emerald Skies, I must say, the Emerald Skies have been doing very well. And they are battling for the lead here with the Starlights. Meanwhile, the Draconics and the Twilights are battling for last here, but they have a pack from near in front of them. They might be able to draft off. Let us see here. Oh, the Twilights have made gains, and the Draconics have fallen behind. It looks like it will be the Draconics falling to the back here. I apologize if you can hear music in the background of this recording. I could not find any time to record this in a private environment, but unfortunately for the Draconics, it will be them going out. The Draconics place in the top 10, though, and that is a great run for our team that failed the Season 5 qualifiers quite badly, and that will lift up the spirits for the team. As we get here, the top 9. Now this is where we start to get to the really good teams that know what they're doing. Then again, I say that, you have the Alpha Hunters in here, not to try to offend Alpha Hunters or Diving Dolphins fans, but it is quite amazing that both of them are in here. And, might I add, who I completely forgot about until just now, the Swamp Crashers. The Swamp Crashers are still in, and they're fighting for the lead in this round. Retiring after Season 4 did not deter the Swamp Crashers from wanting to win, clearly. They still have a lot of endurance, and a lot of these teams are fighting very well. Who was that at the back? Well, I was going to say who was that at the back there, but suddenly the Diving Dolphins had a burst of speed. And look, the Emerald Skies will cross the line first in this round, and unfortunately for Blackmarkers fans, that looks like it'll be it. Yes, it will. Blackmarkers finish in 9th place. But a good run for the Blackmarkers, one of our most dominant teams in all of the Bourne network, finishing in an equally good 9th place. As we get into the top 8 here. Now this, we're getting down to a normal amount of marbles, should I say, for an underwater event, instead of the 26 that we started with. But who else would it be other than the Starlights getting off to a good lead? I'm pretty sure the Starlights have been in first for many rounds in a row now. And at the back, it will be between the Diving Dolphins and the Twilights. The Alpha Hunters there in third to last, battling with the Emerald Skies, but I don't think that either of those two at the back will be able to catch them, especially since they're not in the draft. Meanwhile, the Swamp Crashers have a dominant race in this round. Swamp Crashers are still going. A lot is to be said about that, but this is the race at the back for elimination. Twilights or Diving Dolphins, who have you got? As we get near the end here, it is going to be one of them. As we get close to the line, and it will be the Diving Dolphins going out. An excellent performance for the Diving Dolphins, who have only been in 2 seasons of the Bourne Network's Marble Championship, and one of them was only because of another team's injury. So, great performance for the Diving Dolphins, proving that they do definitely still have the talent to be here, despite essentially being a backup team. But here we go, into the top 7. The Starlights once again off to a good start, but I tell you what, the Emerald Skies have been challenging them quite a lot. The Twilights have found a bit more endurance after that last round, and they are in front. It is the Alpha Hunters at the back fighting the Foresters. This is not the first time the Alpha Hunters have found themselves at the back. Remember, they were battling with the Berry Blasters and managed to defeat the Berry Blasters at the line. But right now, it is the Foresters now. The Foresters have fallen back. I think regardless of whether the Foresters get eliminated here or not, they will be pretty happy with this. But, of course, every team wants to keep going. Every team wants to win this. Considering they're beating every other team in the Bourne Network's Marble Championship, who is it going to be? It's a photo finish at the line between the Alpha Hunters and the Foresters. This is the second photo finish the Alpha Hunters have been a part of, and unfortunately they're going to lose this one. The Foresters managed to get them by just a hair, and the Alpha Hunters will finish 7th. And here we go, the top 6. We are now forming one line in that starting gate. And it will be the Twilights off to the worst start here, battling with the Swamp Crashers. Starlights, once again, I don't know how many times I need to mention, but they have had a good start. Perhaps I will just let them do their thing and continue focusing on the back. And at the back, as I said, is the Swamp Crashers and the Twilights. There is a good battle up there in the top 4. I don't think the Swamp Crashers or the Twilights will be catching them, so it will be between these two. Both teams are retired. In fact, both of them retired in the same season. So perhaps a bit of a bit of mind games here. Bit of a rivalry going about which retiree can do better. Team Clarity have now finished, and most of the rest have as well. Here it is. Will the Twilights be able to catch the Swamp Crashers? Oh no, they almost come to a stop there. And I don't think they will. No. The Twilights are out. The Swamp Crashers doing an amazing job to keep the Twilights in check, not letting them get too close, not letting them get in the draft. As we go now into the top 5. You can see an unusual starting gate here. The Team Clarity opting to start away from the other 4. And, of course, that is allowed. There's no rule saying the starting gate has to be one way or another, until we get to the final 3 at least, but this is looking like the Swamp Crashers once again are at the back. It does look like the Swamp Crashers' endurance is finally fading, as the Emerald Skies and the Foresters are battling there for second to last. And as long as they keep that speed up between them, they should stay ahead of the Swamp Crashers. And there it is, the Starlights lead. My goodness. Yep. The Swamp Crashers are catching up a little bit, but I don't think it is going to be enough. And whoa, hang on a minute! When did this happen? Right before my very eyes, what? The Emerald Skies are eliminated because the Swamp Crashers found some sort of boost. Goodness me. They went from a good half a meter at the back to finishing third that race. Well done, Swamp Crashers. Here we go. Top 4. One more marble to be eliminated. Another unusual starting gate setup between the marbles. But, as we said, there's nothing saying they can't start like that. And in this case, the Starlights... this is just a race between the back 3. The Starlights pretty much guaranteed to win this race. This will be between the Team Clarity, the Foresters, and the Swamp Crashers. This is now the 3rd round in a row the Swamp Crashers have found themselves at the back. And I fumble my words there because look at that lead for the Starlights. But here it is. Team Clarity and the Foresters trying to draft each other to stay ahead of the Swamp Crashers. But in all honesty, I don't necessarily think it matters because the Swamp Crashers are a bit too far back to make any gains. Then again, Team Clarity are starting to slow down a bit. But are they going to get it in time? No, they do not find the same boost they did in the last round. And it will be the Swamp Crashers finishing in 4th. The final elimination spot goes to the Swamp Crashers. A fantastic run for the Swamp Crashers. And their team will be very happy with their, I believe, captain? I can't remember. It's been a while since the start, since we saw the marbles. Anyway, here we are. The final round. The Starlights, the Foresters, and Team Clarity all opting to start on the same side of that starting gate to make it as fair as possible. And look at this. The Starlights have a good start, but Team Clarity and the Foresters are not far behind. This is a very close race indeed. And look at this. I think they're about to overtake the Starlights. Yes, they do. Teamwork between the Foresters and Team Clarity get them ahead of the Starlights. They know they can't beat the Starlights on pure pace in the water, but with teamwork they can get ahead, and they have. The Foresters have the lead here, but it is not a big lead. Team Clarity is within striking distance, and look at the Starlights. They are making ground as well. Who is it going to be? Team Clarity overtake the Foresters. Team Clarity now have the lead. As we're getting to the bottom, there's the obstacle. That means the finish is in sight. It's very close between them. Who is it going to be? It is Team Clarity wins And the Starlights, right on the line, take it from the Foresters. Team Clarity is your ultimate underwater elimination winner. The Starlights, right on the line, take second from the Foresters, but I don't think the Foresters are mad at all about a third place. There are the teams on the podiums. A very good, or the sportsmanship there is what I'm trying to say is very gracious. Well done to those top three, having some great sportsmanship. And there is your finishing order. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all again another time.